Having previously teased ideas for future chapters, writer-director Damien Leone addresses whether Terrifier 4 will be the end of the franchise. Let me know in the comments section if you think Art the Clown has cemented himself as one of the great horror villains and is now up there with Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers and Ghostface. But before I show off my best customer service skills during Halloween, superb. I'd like to say hello guys and gals, I'm Nick and welcome to 30's Feedback. So, the viral horror movie centre on the menacing Art the Clown as he slashes his way through a variety of unassuming young adults on Halloween night. Having expanded from the All Hallows Eve anthology movies, the Terrifier franchise has built a devoted fanbase thanks to its gruesome kills and David Howard Thornton's gleefully disturbing performance as the mascot killer, with a third movie currently set for a 2024 release. While speaking exclusively with Screen Rant for Terrifier 2's re-release, Leone looked ahead to the future of the viral horror franchise. When asked whether his ideas for a Terrifier 4 would be the end for the property, the director admitted to not being sure just yet, but teased that he does have an ending plan in mind for Art the Clown's story and is eager to make it happen. Here's what Leone said. "To be determined, honestly, it's tough. I don't want to give out spoilers, because I want people to just experience the movie as if it could be the last one going into 3. You never know. You never know, but the whole thing was when I started writing Terrifier 2, the only good thing is that I have known the ending to this franchise, so to speak, since I was writing 2, and that's the most important thing, is knowing where the finish line is, and how to have a satisfying conclusion, which is something a lot of these franchises do not have whatsoever, as they go on way too long. Then they wind up just petering out because there's no goal. It just comes down to money and just bringing the killer back to wipe out a whole new slew of people, which is fantastic. It could be, I grew up with part 10s and whatnot. I love them. I still watch them. But as a storyteller, as a filmmaker, you want to create a satisfying franchise, a satisfying conclusion where you can just watch it from start to finish and understand the journey and arcs of your characters and say, wow, that was a satisfying experience. I know what it is, and there isn't like 5 timelines and say, well, which one do I like? And this and that. So, that's the goal, and I'm saying that now as like a naive artist. But you never know what's going to happen down the line, but that is the goal, is I don't want to make too many of these, and I want it to have a satisfying conclusion. Across the horror genre, there have been plenty of slasher franchises that have overstayed their welcome creatively in the hopes of maintaining their grip on the box office success enjoyed by early installments. Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street are 2 of the more egregious examples of this trend, veering continually in cartoonish directions to the point audiences returned in the hopes of seeing the killer's latest adventure, ultimately enjoying them more than the victim characters. Though they still maintain a cult following for their entertainment value, these slasher sequels are generally seen as inferior to their originals, and make their franchises hard to defend as a whole. Terrifier 2, on the other hand, marked a rare break in this trend, with critics and audiences finding it to actually be an improvement on Leone's original. While there were still some criticisms for its lengthy 138-minute runtime and brutality, there was a better appreciation for the world building established with both new protagonist Sienna and Art the Clown himself. Leone did previously indicate that he had at least one more movie in him after Terrifier 3, in the hopes of fleshing out the remaining story threads in his mind for the franchise. Though his desire to better pare down the threequel's runtime from the 2022 sequel could lead to him saving these ideas for multiple movies. Even if Terrifier 4 doesn't prove to be the end, the assurance that he has a finale in his mind and is dedicated to being at the helm for every installment rather than pass it off to another creative, it does ensure that the viral horror franchise remains in the right hands no matter how long it continues.